So, Michelle, I'm going to get back to you. You said you cut your overall economic growth because of the coronavirus. Is it a situation that we have to watch where we could actually get tipped into a recession because of this, do you think?
I don't think at this point that's a risk, although certainly, that's what the Federal Reserve and all of us are watching for. I certainly think if it looked in any way that the risks of a recession were increasing, you'd see action, preemptive action from the Fed to offset those risks. I mean, one of the things that is helping, if you will, is the fact that the safe haven buying into U.S. markets is providing a lot of financial, accommodation. So equity markets, again, on balance, not necessarily today, but equities and U.S. Treasury yields falling. I mean, that is providing some support. I mean, in particular, the fall in mortgage rates as a result of the outbreak is helping to spur the growth in housing. I mean, there are some offsets here, and I think the most important thing is that everybody is very watchful of the risk. They're aware of the risk, and I think you would see very quick action if it looked like recession probabilities were starting to rise.
Yeah, Sean, I'd like to get your reaction to what Michelle was just talking about, the buying of the assets here in the U.S., the real estate market. What are you paying attention to as it relates to the coronavirus? Where are you finding opportunities?
Well, I think the way to put things into perspective is that almost as we signed the signing of the phase one deal, we began to see inventories dropping globally. So unfortunately, in the short term, we're going to see inventories picking up relative to shipments. So that's going to cause some of the economic data to look a little bit weak. But I also would agree with Michelle. Essentially, real interest rates are pretty much negative in the most developed world. And even in emerging markets, as I mentioned before, we've got quite a substantial easing cycle already behind us. So I don't think it's going to be a recession globally. I think we'll have a pretty weak first quarter, perhaps a disappointing second quarter, but the second half of the year is setting itself up for a really, really big upside surprise.